And we are live. Good morning, Melissa.
Good morning, Leslie. How are you?
I'm good, and it's sunny and a little like chilly in New York, but I kind of love this weather.
I kind of love this weather too. This is one of my favorite times of year. Unfortunately, it's all too brief and then it gets cold.
Exactly. I just still can't believe when I saw my notes, I had it recounted that this is our 25th episode. And it made me think back to how we just started as like, hey, let's do a few episodes and see how it goes. And we've kind of kept on repeating that. And here we are at episode 25.
Crazy. Happy silver anniversary.
Thank you. And same to you. So, what is one of your favorite things about our live stream?
Oh my gosh. I just love all of the conversations that happen in the comments. Speaking of which, oh, there's our first one. I was like, they're slow today. Thank you, Lynn. I truly love the conversations that happen in the comments. It makes me super happy to see people saying hello to one another, having conversations together, really, interacting with what we're saying, but also with what one another is saying. That's the
Yes.
magic of LinkedIn in general. And I love to be able to facilitate it here.
Yeah, and it is. It just, we know it's happening on LinkedIn. And then when it's got this live factor, it just adds the energy to see everyone going back and forth. And some people writing me notes going, oh my God, I couldn't keep up. Everyone was talking at and with each other. But that's what's fun about going back to look at it. And of course, I love chatting with you. I feel like we're having our visit together.
We are, exactly. We just have a whole bunch of guests with us.
And I love that for a moment there, I thought that LinkedIn wasn't connecting us, and now everyone is here. Yay, I'm going to show some of the. Hello, Lynn. It's so good to see you. Howdy. Oh, and Anna, who I met in the comments. So
Absolutely.
I love that she's here. Welcome.
She's here from
And
Vancouver, I want to add, our first international guest this morning.
wow, welcome. And then another early bird,
Yes.
Carlos is here.
Hi,
Hello.
Carlos.
I'm so glad you're here. Oh, and so
Hi,
Texas is
Yolanda.
definitely in the house because Yolanda's from Texas too, and so is Lynn. And Europe is in the house,
Ah,
Lincoln.
hi,
So
Lincoln.
we have an international crowd here,
I love
and
it.
everyone's saying, "Oh," and Holly's
Holly.
here. Another early bird. Felipe is here.
Oh, hi, Felipe. Oh, you're so nice.
Oh, and oh, hold on, it's not trying to get all these hellos in. Hold on. Good
Meryl.
morning, Meryl.
Meryl, I owe you so many responses on LinkedIn. I am so behind.
So we're going to get back to all the hellos in a minute. Let's start with thank you for everyone who's joining us for our 25th episode. Whether you're a new viewer, a viewer who's returning, or you're watching the replay, we appreciate you. So, this is Let's Talk About It Careers, Business, and LinkedIn, episode 25. Let's celebrate your wins and our 25th episode. This live is going to be a little longer than our usual because we stick to 30 minutes or less because several of you asked and we listened. So we're going to be here for a little longer today. So let's introduce ourselves. Melissa?
Hi, everyone. I want to echo Leslie and just say thank you all for being here with us this morning. I'm Melissa Cohen. I am in New York City. You might hear the sirens in the background because that's my day to day. I am a personal branding and LinkedIn strategist. I help you to build your brand and build your business on LinkedIn. And I'm super happy to be here with Leslie for episode 25.
Thank you. And I'm Leslie Nydick, and I'm also in New York City. And if you hear any noise, I have construction out my window that's been going on for a year, and I have construction below me in my building today. So hopefully the noise cancellation will cancel it all out because it is loud. So I'm the conflict strategist. I share my strategies, of course, for communication, negotiation, and managing conflict. And one of my favorite things on LinkedIn is this monthly live stream. So let's just get started right away and get back to those comments because more people have arrived and we're happy you're here. So I'm going to slightly. Oh, Kevin's stopping by, and I know he's got a live today too. So thank you for coming by. Ryan, another early bird. Thank you
Margo.
for being here. And I think I'm just trying to scroll up. Wow. Oh, John Reichert. For anyone, he's amazing in real estate management. And he at one point was my building manager in Jersey City. And we still like each other. So that's good news. Thank you for being here, John. Oh, and Divya, I just met her recently. I'm so glad you're here. I'm just scrolling up to make sure. I think if I've missed anyone, we'll come back. So I'm going to get up this next banner because we have a question. And of course, it's for Melissa too, because she needs to guess because I did not tell her the answer.
No.
So our question for all the viewers are, and we'd love for you to put your best guesses in the comments. What percentage of people believe one small win can turn a bad day into a good one? In the survey that I checked, there were over 2,000 people across the United States who were surveyed. So it's what percentage of people believe that the one small win can turn a bad day into a good one? Melissa, what's your best guess?
I'm going to hope it's high. And I'm going to say 77%. Double sevens.
I like that number. And we have a few more hellos, and I'm seeing who else. Hello from North Carolina. We love you, LinkedIn user, and we'll find out who you are later.
We'll figure it out in the comments. Exactly.
Oh, and good morning, Kimberly Arnold. Another early bird. We have more early birds today than New York time zone. So now here's some guesses are coming in. Carlos said 80, and I think I just saw, I have to get back to it. I know that Anna had 90%.
Kevin does
Ryan
not
was
agree with us.
And Ryan even, he's down at 60%.
Wait till you see Kevin.
Lynn too thought 60. Oh, wow. Oh, that's an interesting answer. When you hear the real one, you'll find out. So Kevin, 15%. Felipe, 80%. Yolanda, 45%. Okay, people do not have a lot of confidence
In the
in
power of
this.
the win.
Well, I'm going to share the real answer. So it's 83% of the
I was
respondents
close.
do believe one small win can turn a bad day into a good one. And I just love that stat. Of course, I have no idea who the 2,000 people are, but I love that most of them have positive thinking.
Yes.
And my statistic, and this is about me, I really think if you celebrate a win each day or almost each day, then 100% of the time it will be a happy day. That's my stat.
I love it.
I think there were a few more comments about it. So let's see what people. Oh, Jane is here. Another one. Early bird galore. Wait, and Holly, did I miss? You said 82% before I said 83. So we have a winner here with the closest guess.
Definitely.
Kimberly was close, 85%.
Yes.
And then I'm going to go back down. Oh, Dawn.
My
Hi.
God.
Yay. We're so glad you're here. Too many people forget about the little stuff. It's true. And that's why we're here to remind everyone. And woohoo. Yep, you were very close. So we're going to get started with our discussion question. So I have to find it first so I can say the full thing. So, Melissa, how has celebrating wins, the small ones and the big ones, helped you during your career?
I don't think we do this enough, right? I love what Kevin said. People forget the small stuff. And I think that's such a mistake because, listen, I could quote 100 cliches. Cliches are cliches for a reason because they're mostly true. But, if you only focus on the ultimate goal and don't appreciate the steps along the way and the wins along the way, I think getting there is so much harder and so much less pleasant, right? And so many years ago, more than I want to admit, I had a boss who really wanted to do something to offer us as her team personal development, right? And there wasn't a huge budget. And so she sent a group of us. Don't forget, I worked in the fashion industry at my level at the time, especially very female heavy, right? So we took a course called, oh my gosh, I can't remember, but it was basically like winning strategies for women in the workplace or something, right? It was like really kind of cringy,
Okay.
very cringy. But one of the biggest takeaways that I remember to this day and I implement to this day, although I call it something different, she taught us to keep a victory journal.
I
And
love
a
that.
victory journal was anytime somebody said something nice to you or about you, anytime you got an email complimenting you on something that you did at work that was positive, was a success, was helpful, to keep a record of those and go back and look at them when you need to be reminded of what a good job you do.
Yes.
And, we live in a much different time. That class had to have been
Yep.
20 years ago, at least. And so now I have a digital version, right? I take screenshots of things. I keep copies of emails because we do need to be reminded that we have lots of wins and successes along the way. And those small wins and small successes really build momentum, right? One of my favorite mantras is small wins add up to big ones because they do.
They really do. And what you're talking about, I wasn't even going to share this because you're just reminding me of it. Not only do I have like that first memo that someone wrote, like of what a wonderful job I did on a project, I still have it in a folder. When I went through my parents' stuff, I found some of the letters that my parents both saved. And
Oh,
it just, and it's just, it's still, it made me feel good. It was their win, but it
I
made me feel good. So
love that. I love that.
yeah. Oh, I'll have to pull those out and they might become a post. So but I think our experiences were similar and I felt like I had to figure it out. Like for the first part of my career, whether I was working for a large organization or a small one, and I've worked in places like the government as well as Wall Street and entertainment. And I realized that there was no one really recognizing wins because people are just involved in themselves. And it wasn't that management didn't care, because when I did find those ways to speak up and share the win where it didn't feel cringy, they appreciated it. And eventually that did lead to the promotions and the opportunities. And but waiting for other people to see it was really like a lot of unhappy days. But once I saw the wins, it really changed the day. And it's that mindset twist. Now, since my manager is me, I still have to identify the win each day and like force and push myself to celebrate it. And just like sometimes it's just staring out the window and going, wow, that was really good.
Yes.
Okay. And just be happy with that or make a note of it and keep that in the folder because frankly, it makes work much happier, whether you're working for yourself or you're working with other people.
I think it's even more important when you work for yourself, right? Because you don't have that boss who's just going to tell you when you did something well, right? You have to recognize it in yourself. And so I actually posted about this, I don't know, a week or so ago. Every Friday, I'm part of in a community that I help run. I say it's Friday, share your wins of the week, right? Because I think it's really important for everyone to take a moment, step back, and think about, what did you do this week that was a win? And it could be a personal win, it could be a business win, it could be it could just be that, you know what, I got to Friday and here we are, and I'm ready to celebrate the weekends, right? You can always find something positive.
I love that you mentioned that post. I just want you to know I printed out a copy
Oh,
of that post,
thank
and
you.
there's two lines in there that just have been repeating in my head ever since I read that post. Fridays are for celebrating wins. Sundays are for defining them.
Yeah. Oh, I had no idea.
I
I
love
didn't
it.
know you did that. That's amazing. Thank you.
I love that. So let's see. We have definitely have some comments, and then we'll get to our next follow-up question. So I'm going to scroll back. Of course, if you saw something, tell me. I don't want to miss anything.
There's some great ones.
So
Yes.
many people have a tendency to be negative no matter what. Absolutely.
Yes.
That's part of the issue. It's that difference between, if we focus on the negative keeps growing. If we focus
Yes.
on the positive, even if we have to dig to find it, like it's there and it could just brighten the day. I'm gonna, I'm getting for some reason my screen is so small. That's why you all see me leaning forward to read this. Curious, I think the reverse might be true about one bad moment can make a bad day.
If we let it.
You pulled those words out of my head too. Same thing. Like
Yeah.
we can't, like we can dwell on it. It's a choice
Yeah.
to dwell on it or just think about like, okay, I'm going to make this a better day because now I'm going to go out and take a break for 20 minutes and take a walk in the park.
Yes. I think Felipe brings up a really important point, as he often does. We have to control our mindset, right? And it can be so easy to let those little things ruin our mood, ruin our day. And we have to reframe them in the context of, how important are they big picture, right? Is
Yes.
is this going to be important tomorrow, next week, next month? Probably not.
Yes. And Kimberly has a great suggestion, which I love. I'm reading it off my screen where I could see it bigger. I love starting meetings with good news, celebrating anything in your life at work or at home. And then you learn about each other. It's even a way to connect with people. So that's
Yes.
a great idea. And you can do it for yourself. Like, hey, like what's the one good thing I'm looking forward to today?
100%. There's a comment from Imrana that I really like. Celebrating
Oh, and
wins. Yeah, do you see it?
welcome, Imrana.
Yeah.
Yes. It's hard for me to read right now. I'm going to hide it so I can see it. Celebrating wins boost motivation and reinforces the positive behavior. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that in a moment with this next question because we're going to talk about how we guide our clients. Well, we're going to get there's loads of comments, I mean, so we're going to get to more of them. Let's start this next topic because it's all kind of connected. And of course, it requires me to change the background. So this next question, it's a little bit of a twist. You've mentioned some things with your like Friday wins. What guidance do you share with your clients to encourage them to enjoy the benefits of celebrating their wins?
That is so important and so relevant for what I do, right? So I help people to leverage their brands, leverage their identity, leverage their visibility on LinkedIn, right? And LinkedIn's in an interesting place right now. I think we all know that. Yeah. So celebrating those small wins is super important, right? A lot of people want that instant gratification. They want those instant
Yes.
results. And LinkedIn, like many things that are worthwhile, it's a long game, right? And people can easily get discouraged because they see people who are, quite frankly, gaming the system and engaging in what I would consider unethical behavior to get a lot of visibility and a lot of results. And so I tell people, look for the positive things that are happening. Look for the positive momentum, right? We all talk about how impressions are down. My impressions are down, but a lot of other things are up, right? My business is stronger. My following is growing. I have good engagement on my posts. So what are wins that you can point to along the way? Hey, that post that you posted the other day, it did great. It got a ton of engagement. Don't worry if it's not where you want to be yet. Focus on the positive momentum, right? Look at your following count. How much has it grown in the past 90 days? And sometimes you have to step back a little bit and look at the bigger picture too, right? If you just, it's like when you're on a diet and you want to lose weight. If you get on the scale every hour, you're going to be
Yes.
really discouraged. I know, cringe. But if you wait a week, you probably will see a bigger shift than if you get on every single hour, right? So it's having a little bit of patience, but also just celebrating those small wins along the way. Maybe somebody left an amazing comment on one of your posts,
Yes.
right? That's always
Exactly.
a win for me. I'm so excited when I see somebody really leaving a thoughtful comment or people start having a conversation on one of my
Yes.
posts. That's the whole reason I do those Friday and Sunday posts, right? Is for the happiness that that brings me. That small win of seeing people talking together.
Yes. And I love that you use the word yet. I think that keeps me going a lot. And it definitely is something that I use with clients because a, a lot of times the clients that come before me are already at the end of their rope.
Yep.
And whether it's one person that I might be coaching or a group that are in deep conflict, they arrive frustrated and they think they can't get out of the conflict and that there's nothing. And sometimes I just have to it's that thing of digging until we find the one thing. Well, you showed up. And they're
Yes.
like, oh, I go, and they showed up too. And they're like, oh, and just that little thing. And you can kind of see the light bulb go off when they finally observe. They're like, yeah, yeah, they showed up. But then all of a sudden they're like, well, yeah, that actually means something because then they'll start saying it. Well, I came here even though I thought there was no chance, but maybe with her here, she's going to help us. Um, and that's where it just reminds me all the time of how important these small wins are, because then that little win that could be, hey, you all showed up at the same time. And you agreed on what time we were going to meet. That builds this foundation of okay, what's the next little small decision we can make together or review and figure out where you're at. So I just see it work. And for me, it keeps on reinforcing what I have to do for myself when that bad thing happens during the day or it feels like during the week, that it just rolls, and it does, bad sometimes begets bad and keeps on happening. But it's the mindset that keeps it like that. Yep, all bad stuff is happening to me. No, 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 wait, I know there's got to be a good thing in there. But you just have to change what you're looking at because you don't see it all at once. So that's a big thing of where to put your focus.
You know, I love what you said about a win is just showing up, right? It is. That first step is the hardest one to take. So
Yes.
whatever the situation is, just by showing up, that's a win. I absolutely
Yes.
love that. I love that.
So we definitely have some comments. So if you saw any that stood out, please, because I'll miss some. I'm also seeing new people arriving. So I'm going to read what's going on here. Welcome, Elise. We're glad you're here. And now I'm going to read your comment from here so I can see it better. I love the Friday wins. I agree with you, Elise. And I'm gonna do that Friday Sunday thing, and it'll make Sunday more
Yes.
positive.
Yes.
Must start acknowledging and celebrating. This will help start of the Sunday refrain. I love that.
Yes.
I'm going to skip around. Yes, Yolanda, each small success reinforces your capability. Like, yeah. And for me, I don't know, a lot of people maybe don't. There's a lot of things I still write with a pen and pencil.
Same.
I like keeping, I've got my like blank sheets of paper and I make little notes. Writing it, even if I don't go back to look at the list, for some reason the writing imprints it more and reminds me of like, well, I did have two good things that happened last week.
There is
I
definitely
love,
some scientific proof behind that. You're 100% right. Writing it down really puts it in your mind.
yes. Oh, and Felipe's CEO starts their meetings with share your roses, thorns, and buds. Oh, I love the buds part.
Yeah.
Positive things, challenges, and exciting news. And I wonder if bringing up the ones that are the thorns and the challenges, that because you're sharing it, like maybe there's that chance that there's someone in the room who's like, oh, I have an idea to deal with that. I didn't know you were facing that challenge. I wonder if that comes up in the conversations because sharing what's bad or what's challenging to us, when we keep it to ourselves, it's a struggle. All of a sudden, when you say it out loud, someone might have a thought.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just skipping around. Lynn said, celebrate the small wins as they come.
Yep.
The ripple effect. Absolutely.
Yes.
And oh, here. I have to like, sometimes
Okay.
you just can't scroll back. So maybe you could read one.
I'll give you a couple. Sure. So Lee is here. Lee Higgins. Hello. A wonderful. You have to follow Lee. His mindset posts are amazing. So he's saying celebrating reminds us that we get to do whatever we are doing or experiencing, even the challenging things. There is always an opportunity, and that energy attracts more good things. So I love that. It's all about that
Wow.
mindset, right?
Oh, thank you, Lee. And
All
there's
about
more. Like Carlos said, yes, handwriting gives you a more direct connection to the mind. It
yes,
does. And I
yes,
could even, there are times when I'll write out like the steps to something I'm going to do. Even if I rip it up, I remember it more because I wrote it down. So
yes.
I
I
love
agree.
that.
I agree. We have an
Wow.
interesting question in the comments too from God First. So he's asking, should we celebrate our wins before we win?
Ooh, I
Yes.
like the, yes, because I like we need the progress, but then it goes to the point you talked about, like the little steps.
Oh,
Like find the little step because if we're waiting for that bigger win, it can get frustrating. So I love
yeah.
the
Yeah.
optimism and the opportunity with that.
Yes. There are
Ooh.
wins before the ultimate win, and I say celebrate them. Absolutely.
You know, I haven't used this one and mentioned this in a while, but some years ago, and it was more than some, I finished the New York City Marathon. But I can tell you that had I not celebrated the wins like along the way, like when I did finally get to Manhattan, because I had already gone through a few boroughs, um, and I would still remember the calling my father, and he's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I'm on the Queensboro Bridge," and he's like, "I'm staying on with you until you get to Manhattan," because I
Oh,
had told him if I get to New York's, Manhattan, I will finish, even though
yes.
there was still more than half left. But it was the little steps like along the way. I would have never made that 26.2 if there weren't also people helping me celebrate along the way
Yes.
and reminding me.
I think that's a great
It's
point too, right? How can we bring other people into our celebrations? Oh, hi, Joshua. How can we bring other people in, right? Because
yes,
people like to celebrate the victories of people that they care about, of people that I think that's a way to know, is someone really your friend? Do they celebrate you?
Yeah,
right? A,
exactly.
a
And
real
this
sense.
year, the woman who helped me finish the New York City Marathon, because she wouldn't let me quit the few times I was planning to quit in the middle. Um, I met her. She's still running all these years later. And I was out there like in the dark when I knew what point
Oh,
at her 23rd mile. And she's like, I just can't believe you're here. And I'm like, because I'm going to finish with you.
oh,
Um, you need that sometimes because it is hard. But it is all a mental game. Because I should mention to people, I was not a runner. If you are determined to finish something and you figure out all those little steps along the way, you can do it. And that carries me through
yes.
even these years later.
I love that story. That's so nice. You're such a
Oh,
nice person, Leslie.
oh, thank you. It was as much a thrill for me to see her like standing there and screaming and like people looking at you like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm still a runner out on that road and I'm waiting till she comes. Um, and thankful for the apps that they have where you
Yeah.
can see where the person is. I'm like, she's only a mile and a half away. I'm waiting.
Oh,
Oh, and a few more people are here. Lee is here. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I had my name on my legs so that everyone was saying hello to me.
he was injured when you. Wow, that's determination. Yeah, I love that.
Oh, wow. I couldn't even finish that. I was injured when I ran and the crowd got me to finish. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yep.
that's awesome. So we have something special that we mentioned in the post. So it's my first time doing this, our first time. So we're going to figure this out, but we do have a giveaway. So the first thing is I need to turn this thing on and I'm going to try to do that. But everyone who's interested in our giveaways, please put a comment, hashtag wins. It doesn't have to be uppercase. It could be lowercase. That part doesn't matter. You just have to put the hashtag and wins in the comments. And I will turn on the start collecting comments. So that's going to be happening now. So I'm gonna, do you have what you're gonna be giving away near you, Melissa?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so
I was
we have
actually
two
organized.
different, yeah, so we have two different giveaways. Melissa, if you could show what you're giving away.
Sure. So I will give away a copy of the book that I co-wrote last year, Your Career Resilience Blueprint. And I am happy to personalize it, sign it for either if you want it for yourself or if you already have it. Thank you. And you want to give it to someone else, just let me know.
Ooh. And if you haven't, for those who don't win her book, if you haven't read it, you need to. It will help you whatever point you are in your career. There's so much wisdom in there, and in the way it's organized, it really, whether you're starting a business or whether you're looking for a job or whether you're just neither, you're just in your career, there are so many nuggets and questions for you to think about that are outlined in that book. I
Thank you.
highly recommend it.
Thank you.
So, what I'm giving away is I have these smaller mugs, and I'm going to show each one has a saying that I like. Show your heart,
I love that one.
and it's a pair. So, and then this one says be curious, because that's usually the answer when we're stuck in conversation. Just start being curious
I
and
love it.
leads to a better conversation. So, with all of that, oh, yes, I see that people are entering. So, I'm going to show you. And now I see, I don't think I can click it here. I'm going to. Now, I'll give it another minute. Anyone who didn't put their comment, like pound wins, if you want to be in, because we're going to do two giveaways. The first one will be Melissa's book. So I'm going to go to the screen so I can hit the drawing. And I'm going to let it collect. Oh, yes, a few more adding. So let's like give it a moment because the more of you that are in there, And there it's going up. So I'm going to hit yay. Anyone else want to get in? You can, and if you miss the first drawing, you can be in the second one.
Oh, look
Now,
at this. This is fun.
I'm not even doing anything. The system is picking.
Kevin.
And,
Kevin,
and you can deliver that book in person.
that's
Yay,
right. I sure
Kevin.
can. And if you have, I think you have one,
Congratulations.
Kevin. So you just let me know what you want me to, who you want me to sign it to.
So now anyone who missed, you can still be in the second drawing. And Kevin won't be able to win the second drawing. That's part of the thing, that anyone who won. But anyone who's been in it, you are still in it. So let's see. I love this. And I'm showing you my hands because I'm not doing anything to select. Yay! Oh, Kimberly. Yay. I'll get to mail something for you. So Kimberly, I'll contact you by DM so I can get your address to send the mugs. Yay.
That was
Just
fun.
good. Wasn't that? I like the animation that they do. It's great.
I've never seen that before. That was fun.
So I see many more comments than the wins. Oh, there are more. I can kind of start from the bottom. I know there's more people to say hello. I think, yes, we said hello before to Elise, and I'm thrilled you're here. And yay, Kevin's excited that he won. And someone else is here. Abdul, welcome. And hello, Lee, again. And Kimberly, I'm glad you like the mugs because you won them. Yay. And I'm just seeing who else. We have Anna. Oh, and thank you. This has been an inspiring conversation. Thank you, ladies. And you know what? That reminds me of something. One of the most recent quotes that we got on the event post before the event started. Just two incredible things. One is really sweet feedback, and then great wisdom from our friend Natalie Gregg. She wrote, I'm a raving fan of both of these exceptional women, Leslie and Melissa. And here's the wisdom. Celebrating wins, especially the small ones, is one of the simplest, most powerful leadership habits. It fuels motivation, builds confidence, and reinforces a culture of progress. And I don't care if you're in a big organization or an organization of one, we all need to remember that.
I love that. That's really lovely. That's really lovely.
Yeah.
You know, celebrate anything that you can, right? Why not? If you can celebrate something, do it. Right? There's so much negativity in the world. We don't have to buy into it. We can celebrate anything that's good. And I want to sincerely from my heart tell everyone, whether you're here live or listening to the replay, celebrate your wins, but celebrate the wins of others too, because they will really appreciate it, but it makes you feel happy too. I promise you, it really does.
Yes, it really does. I think we're getting to that time, but we're not there yet because we definitely need some closing remarks. And I'm just putting up the date so people know there really is a next one so that we can have like a pre-holiday bash and it's not that far away. So Melissa, I know you just gave like a great closing remark, but anything else you want to share about like us doing live streams, LinkedIn, anything?
Darn it, I did give a good closing remark without even realizing it. So listen, we are at 25 episodes. That means we've been doing this for more than 2 years, which is crazy. I am so grateful for the opportunity to speak with so many of you each month. These lives are something I really look forward to. Leslie, you are a fantastic co-host. You're actually a fantastic host because all I do is show up and talk. You really do everything. So just a big thank you to you, Leslie. We're coming up to Thanksgiving. I am grateful for your friendship and for all the work that you do on these lives. And I'm grateful to all of you who show up and support us each month here, but just on the regular on LinkedIn. So thank you.
And thank you, LinkedIn, because this platform, I wouldn't know Melissa otherwise. For all we know, we've passed each other on the streets for years.
On the 6
And
train.
yes. And it was in the comments. So everyone who's in the comments, really take note of who you're saying hello to or who's saying hello to everyone else, because that's the start. Go to their post, put a comment, send them a DM if you want, but it doesn't have to, don't force it. Just let it happen. But the intention you have to do is reaching out to people and finding their posts and having a conversation in the comments and something meaningful so that they reply back and other people will see your comments and reply to what you said or a question you made. The magic really is in the comments. And that's why we're here. If you're just here to post, you're not going to make these kind of connections we're making here. It's all about the comments.
That's right.
So thank you to everyone. Thank you to Melissa. I'm so glad we're still doing this. Definitely. And have a great Thanksgiving, everyone, for those who celebrate. And we hope to see you again on December 5th and keep the conversations going in those comments.
Yes, Leslie and I will catch up to the comments later today.
Definitely. So thank you, everyone.